The NFC East now, it's also coming down to the wire. Dallas 1 game back of Philly with 2 weeks left in the season. Cowboys visiting the Redskins Sunday. Eagles host the Bears in the Sunday night game. And then week 17, of course, the two teams meet in Dallas. It could all be decided that day. Jason Garrett talking today about his own quarterback and facing Kirk Cousins for the first time.
Well, we just have to evaluate what they're doing. And, last week he was under center a little bit more than they had been, with RG3 playing. So, we'll see, what they want to do. I mean, certainly he's very capable physically doing whatever they want to do. And so we'll make the evaluations. We have to be ready for different things. There's not as much tape on him as there is on RG3. So, we have to be ready to handle a lot of different kinds of scheme. They do a great job, up there with using their personnel. So there'll be a variety of things that we have to be ready for and be on top of. I have great faith in Tony because I've been around him when he's done so many great things for us, in all quarters of the game to help us win a lot of ball games around here. So, there's a tremendous amount of evidence of that. And, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I think if you look at how he stacks up, with a lot of other players in this league at that position, he stacks up very favorably. We're fortunate to have him as our quarterback. Excited to see him play this week. He's out there in the huddle, and he understands we're coming off the football and running the ball as well as we have, the last couple of weeks. And, a big part of that is our ability to throw the football. We get some favorable looks up front, and people are playing some pass defense. And, we talk all the time about how those things work hand in hand and work together. And Tony recognizes that. Everybody on our offensive staff recognizes that. So we'll continue to do that, complement each other, and just keep trying to execute ball plays. We've run the ball very well the last couple of weeks, and, the familiarity with what we're doing and the comfort level those guys have with each other, communicating verbally and non-verbally against the different looks we're seeing. It's certainly improved over the course of the season, and it has to continue to improve.
Well, they certainly got away from running the ball in that epic collapse. Personnel-wise, Billy, what needs to be the focus going into this one against the Redskins?
Well, Jade, at this point in the season, personnel-wise, you are what you are at this stage. There's not a whole lot that can change right now. But I think the big test for the Cowboys and Jason is emotionally recover. Jason's got to get this team back. The good thing is football players are resilient. By the time they get to Washington Saturday night, they'll have forgotten about last week's game. The other thing is everybody expects them to come out now and run the ball 100 times. So you know what that means? The first play of the game is going to be Dez Bryant deep. They're going to chuck it long.
That's right. Listen, everybody's talking about Jason Garrett's job. Does he have to win the division to survive? And you can get varying opinions based on people you talk to in Dallas. Based on Jerry Jones' history, I don't think he'll fire Jason Garrett, no matter what. I mean, listen, remember, Jerry Jones is the owner, general manager. He's the one who imposed many changes on Jason Garrett, changes in the play calling system, firing Rob Ryan, hiring Monty Kiffin. So Jerry Jones understands that, and also empowering Tony Romo to have more control over how they operate within a game. So I don't think Jason Garrett gets axed if they don't win the division.
Regardless of how this finishes.
But that's an opinion right now. I've gotten various opinions out of Dallas who thinks that he will be fired if they don't win it. He'll have to do something. But as long as that people are still in those seats in that big old stadium, Jerry's World, Phil, I think he stays with them.
Yeah, the bottom line here is they're 7-7, exactly where most people thought they would be. How they finish will determine really what the future holds. But the interesting thing in this whole Cowboys organization is the fact that usually you have a general manager between the head coach and the owner who sometimes is outraged on a Monday after a loss given what happened last weekend. In this situation, Jerry Jones serves as the GM and the buffer, so there is no go-between. And I think that creates a situation where, in some ways, the personnel staff is a bit off the hook because they can always point and say, that was Jerry's choice. That's what Jerry wanted to do. And I think that is somewhat of the issue that has really surrounded the Cowboys over the last 15 years.
That's been a part of Jerry's justification, staying on as general manager. What you just said is, hey, by cutting out a general manager, there is no middleman. We have clear lines of communication that are open. It's just they need more players.
Personnel problems must be solved, that's for sure. All right, still to come here.